Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Memory Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you our 2013 NFL Draft Special. We're taking a look at the San Francisco 49ers, and we're going to hand out draft grades. So we're going to look at every last draft selection the 49ers made this past April, as well as some undrafted free agents that you want to keep an eye on. The 49ers came away with 11 selections out of this draft, and when you look at this list of players, there's some guys on this list that can compete for a spot right away and help this team out immediately. Let's look at the offensive side of the football. Vance McDonald is a guy that they brought in to replace Delaney Walker. That's an outstanding fit for the young man out of Rice. You look at Quentin Patton, silky smooth route runner that's not afraid to lay out for passes. You know how I like that about wide receivers. And Marcus Lattimore, and what could possibly be the worst kept secret of all. Everyone kind of had a feeling he would go to San Francisco because that was the ideal spot for him. He wouldn't be rushed into action to get even healthier and come back next season ready to compete for a spot. Now, what I like most about the 49ers draft, they stayed defensive early and they got great players that can come in right away and make an impact. You look at Eric Reed out of LSU, outstanding free safety. Reminds me a lot of a guy that just recently left the 49ers in Deshaun Golston. The only thing he has to improve on, he tends to take bad angles to the football, but he definitely has the ball skills and also has sound tackling ability. Tank Carradine was a guy that I thought would have went in the first round. The 49ers got themselves a steal in round 2. Another edge rusher that can get pressure on a quarterback, has tremendous athleticism coming off an ACL injury. And you look at Corey Lemonois out of Auburn, another guy that brings speed to the outside. Now the 49ers can get creative in their sub packages, their NASCAR package, so to speak, and put a lot of their pass rushers on a football field at the same time. Now, what I didn't like about the Niners draft, I look at the draft from the first round through the 4th round, and they were on a roll. Now, from round 5 on to round 7, I think they took their foot off the gas. There's some questionable selections here that I'm not sure how these guys are going to fit on their football team. So it's the tale of two drafts for me. You got rounds 1 through 4 and rounds 5 through 7. Those were the head scratchers, in my opinion. An undrafted free agent that has a legit shot to make the roster and could surprise. You look at Marquise Gray out of Minnesota. This guy played wide receiver, quarterback, and tight end for the Golden Gophers. I actually feel like he fits what they want to do offensively more so than the guy they drafted in B.J. Daniels. This guy can throw the football and can play other positions. He's shown that on film. So keep an eye on Marquise Gray in the preseason. This is an intriguing prospect that definitely will find a spot on his football team. I'm giving the Niners a B+ for their draft. They addressed a lot of needs offensively with Vance McDonald and Quentin Patton, and defensively they hit the ball out of the park. Eric Reed, Corey Lemonois, Tank Carradine. This was a very good draft top to bottom. The only reason why I'm knocking them for this draft would be the tale of two drafts like I mentioned before. The 5th through 7th round were some head scratches, but overall, nonetheless, a very solid job by the San Francisco 49ers. And I also want to give a huge shout out to 49er fan forums for always showing football game plan support.